Conveniently located near I-75 in Middle Georgia, Indian Springs is one of the oldest state parks in the United States and a popular spot for outdoor recreation. For centuries, Creek Indians collected the spring water for its healing qualities, and during the 1800s, the area was a bustling resort town. Today, visitors can still sample the spring water flowing inside the stone spring house built by the Civilian Conservation Corps during the Great Depression. Park guests can enjoy wading in Sandy Creek, walking nature trails, or biking to nearby Dosset's trails. A small museum open seasonally highlights Creek Indians, the resort area, and CCC history. Cottages and campsites may be reserved for overnight stays. Hi, I'm Rick with Good Time Camping. Today we're going to take a little tour of Indian Springs State Park in Flovilla, Georgia. We stayed here for 3 nights in the first part of June. It's a very nice, quiet park. While we were there, we arrived on a Sunday, and when we arrived, there were a lot of people waiting in the Sandy Creek. But after that, we were almost alone. There were only 2 or 3 other campers in the campground. It was very, very quiet. It was also very nice. There were a lot of picnic areas. There's a few things to do. There's trails, and there's a lake for boating. You can wade in Sandy Creek, like I said. There is a small museum, although it wasn't open while we were there, so we didn't get to see that. The area around the park is very nice. There's a little town right outside the gates. It has a couple shops in it. It is a little far from the interstate. If you're out there for an overnight stay, it is, I don't know, maybe 15 miles from the interstate. So we'll give you a little driving tour. We'll look at some of the CCC buildings. You can go in there and taste the water. You can take some home with you if you want to. So it's a very nice park. Let's take a look. Okay, here we are coming into the campground. There's actually 62 tent, trailer, and RV campsites. There's 10 cottages. There's a group camp and a pioneer campground. All the sites were fairly level, and most of them looked like they had recently been redone, except for the one we were on and the one next door. We were on site 54, and I believe it was 53 next door, and they were two of the older sites. As a matter of fact, here is our camper coming up on the right, and there's our site. But most of the sites are really nice. There's a couple pull-through sites. They were very nice. Now, when we made our reservation, this was a park that you had to make a reservation, and then it was first come, first serve when you got there. However, right before we got to this park, I was sent an email, and they just changed it over to site-specific reservations. So I had to choose a site that I'd like to have and an alternate, and then they got the one that I originally asked for. So that's just something to keep in mind. It is a site-specific park now. I've noticed that a lot of the Georgia state parks are going to this type of reservation system now. Okay, as we take the tour, we will be coming up, we've given, here's the bathhouse right now. As a matter of fact, we will be doing a tour of the inside of the bathhouse. They were very nice. They were clean while we were there. Again, there was not many people there, so they didn't get much use, but it was squeaky clean. All in all, we like this park. I think during the weekends and holidays, this will be a very busy park with especially locals. I don't know if this is a destination park, but if you lived around here, I would definitely say it gets a lot of use just by the number of picnic areas and just the number of people we saw in the creek when we arrived. Will we go back again? Yes, if we were this way. It's a little far from the interstate, like I said, for just an overnight stay while you're driving, but if you like state parks better than you do private parks, then this is an option. We enjoyed it very much. Okay, here we have a little walkthrough of one of the campsites. This was a typical site. It's gravel. As you can see, it's level. It has electricity, water, picnic table, and a fire ring. And that's pretty standard with all the sites. Like I said, we did have one of the older sites, and it was kind of funny because we had the older concrete picnic tables there, and over the years they had brought in more gravel and never lifted the picnic table up. So our seats on our picnic table were only about a foot off the ground. So you might want to keep that in mind if you get one of those older sites. But other than that, it was fine. Here you can see the bathroom, and you can see how clean they were kept. But like I said, there weren't many people there as we were there during the week, but it was always clean. Okay, so there you have it. That's our little tour of Indian Springs State Park in Flovilla, Georgia. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you'll get notifications whenever we make a new video. So until next time, get out there and have a good time camping.